All right, so this is chapter Lusitania. And we're going to have 4 questions on this. And so we're going to read the first one. The purpose of the British blockade was to render Germany and its allies incapable of continuing the war. Anybody want to take a guess? I will give XP.
True.
All right, I got 1 for true. Let's find out. All right, so this, I do believe this is an actual, I thought this was an actual image. Looks very legit. So back here, you would have probably seen mainly black and white for sure. All right. Shortly after World War I began, the British blockaded German seaports in an attempt to prevent war supplies from reaching the Central Powers. The British reasoned that if Germany and its allies did not receive necessary supplies, they would grow weak and would have to stop fighting. So yes, it is true. Number 1 is true. This goes back, you can take this back all the way to when there were castles, forts, and they were battling there. So armies would surround those areas. And essentially, if you didn't have enough food and weapons in, let's say, the castle or the fort, eventually you'd run out. So either you'd starve, probably sickness, illness coming along, or you wouldn't have any firepower anymore. And so they just would essentially wait you out. And if you don't have the materials, then you're not going to be able to fight and you're going to be sick and starving. So obviously, again, can't really fight. So true on number 1. Here is the map. So here we've got England, Scotland, Ireland over here, Germany here. And remember, they would have taken up all this, probably some of France. Well, not all the way in France. Some of this down here. So there's this Strait of Dover here, English Channel, and there's a lot of naval battles that are going to happen in here where they're trying to go at each other. Battle of Jutland, I do believe the British won this one. So they're going to, attack and try to destroy each other. So true. The war zone declared by Germany in response to the British blockade included the entire coast of Western Europe. Anybody want to take a guess?
False.
Nobody else? All right. I wonder if you went ahead and read ahead. Did you read ahead?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah, you said you finished it. I guess, well, you know what? That's one way to do it. That is one way to get that XP, by doing it early, right?
There's no use in lying about it, so...
Oh, no. No, I mean, it's legit. You got the answers. What are you... Come on. You deserve it for doing the work. All right. While carrying out its plan, the British Navy stopped all ships from entering Germany. British sailors removed anything they thought would contribute to Germany's war effort, including food and machinery. So this is merchant ships, too. So these would be civilian ships. So remember that as well. At the same time, they destroyed most of the German, merchant fleet. All right. Germany retaliated in February 1915 by declaring the waters surrounding the British Isles as a war zone. So anything around here, all this was a war zone. Normally, waters were more kind of open waters until you got too near the land. But these are pretty close to the land anyway. All right. They warned that any merchant ship that ventured into the zone was in danger of being sunk. The United States issued a vigorous protest to Germany and warned of the consequences if an American vessel was attacked. So this is around the British Isles, so it is false. Which the western coast of Europe would just be Portugal and Spain. It's not a very large area and also wouldn't make sense. So this is similar on both sides at first. All right, so they're attacking all ships. And again, this is war. This is what's going to happen. So they're attacking all the ships, merchant ships, whatever, doesn't matter, because they don't want them to get the supplies. And America already knows. They're like, dude, do not mess with our ships that are, people traveling or whatever. You mess with our ships, and now you're attacking our people, and then we're going to have a problem. So they let them know ahead of time. All right. Third question is, the Lusitania was torpedoed and sunk off the coast of Ireland. Anybody know?
True.
Everybody else is asleep. It is a rainy day. Wait, where are we at? Yeah, we did that. Okay. So here's a picture of the Lusitania. Well, I would say painting or artwork. A few months later, an incident occurred that turned American opinion against Germany and later helped bring the United States into the war. So this is not going to bring them in immediately, but this is definitely going to annoy people a lot. On May 7th, 1915, the British liner Lusitania was traveling from New York to England when it was torpedoed and sunk by a German submarine off the coast of Ireland. So yes, it is true.
And the last one is... I can go ahead and say it.
Yeah, you can go ahead and say it.
So it says that... It says that was the ship mostly American, and it's right there, and that is false.
Yeah. So of the nearly 1,200 passengers who drowned, 128 were Americans. But that is irrelevant. President Woodrow Wilson was outraged, and there was a strong support in the United States for a declaration of war. So, and you're going to have people, again, on both sides. They're going to argue and be like, we need to go help them out. This is an outrage. Then you're going to have the other side that's like, we need to wait on this. We don't want to be in their war. We don't want to do this. And then Germany is like, all right. Hang on. We're going to cease attacking neutral and passenger ships. And they're going to be like, we're going to go with the rule where you have to come to the surface and, say, hey, all passengers, neutral people essentially, need to get off the ship or we're going to torpedo you. Of course, then the British are going to disguise their merchant passenger ships their warships as merchant and passenger ships. And so that's not going to work then either. So that's going to go completely badly and isn't going to work. So we've got false, 3 is true. So this is first reason. There is going to be another reason, and we will get to that later. But this is the first one that Americans are going to be like, excuse me, this is not okay. All right.